Welcome back for part 3 of session 2, where it sounds like we're about to get into some kinetics of actually performing criminal activity instead of just making deals with people. Um,
Dogs.
on Thursday morning, Dawn comes with rosy fingers. You don't know really anything about him other than you think he's a bit of a douche. Your Decker data blitzer is on call to perform all of the digital wizardry that you might need him to do. Um, I believe the plan so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, is for Archon to go to work, plant some stealth tags on the truck and or the individual packages themselves, and then the other three are going to attempt to take over the truck at some point.
Yes, and I would also wanted to mention something that I've been thinking about. If Acid wants to attempt to make one of us invisible, preferably Ascend, maybe if Archon is actually the one loading the truck, maybe we could sneak Ascend onto the truck.
I need to keep line of sight on Ascend though to sustain a spell, right?
Nope.
No.
Can I do that from Astral?
You can just do that from wherever you are after you have cast it.
Only problem is, as we discussed earlier, if there is Watcher Spirits there, and they'll see him relatively easy in Astral, because it doesn't impair your Astral vision, especially if he's got a spell on him. He's going to go, he's going to flare up like nuts. They're going to see that guy trying and wandering into this area, and they're going to shut everything the fuck down.
Well, we can easily solve that by just having Acid view astrally and be like, oh, is there a Watcher Spirit? No. Next thing. No?
Also, the concealment power of spirits works astral too.
Oh.
So if I have the spirit do it...
You could have him climb on your back and try to blur his aura with yours.
It seems... What? How would that even work?
I don't know. It sounded like a terrible idea, so I wanted to suggest it.
Okay, now, if I summon a spirit with concealment, it can cast concealment on itself and on whatever his face. And you will be both, technically invisible on both the physical and the astral.
It will be unnoticed, not necessarily invisible.
It's not quite being invisible, it's just that people look at you and don't actually see you.
Did you guys see that small guy just walk by? No, me either.
That's obvious. It shouldn't work on cameras, but it doesn't actually stay.
Now, I think improved does, but standard invisibility doesn't.
Yeah, he's talking about concealment.
Oh yeah.
It is a dice pull penalty to perception tests.
Right, you still have to use your stealth skill check.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because, occasionally bumping into things is where the stealth skill comes in. Or
I imagine you'll still make noise and stuff with footsteps and that as well.
So is there something that we want to do? Sneak in there?
Only if it comes up, but yeah. Like, if we have the option, then yes, but there's no guarantee. We have to wait until Archon gets in there.
Yeah. We'll just be near the dogs, I guess, then.
Yeah.
Drop them off at work and wish them a good day at school.
We don't drop them off.
These trucks do not have access to the cargo from the cab, right? Or do they?
Some of them do. As you have not seen the dock wagon truck, you don't know necessarily if...
Okay.
You don't know if this one in particular does. We'll figure that out when it comes to it. But
we'll hook you up with a mini welder.
Do you guys hear some?
It's okay. I have Conceal. The back of the truck just fills with smoke, and I pass out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, what could possibly go wrong with sparks and potentially flammable things and.
I'm not hearing any downsides to this plan.
Me either.
I mean, he's the one that is always complaining about humans.
Exactly.
I kind of
Plus
got
you have
the
the
idea
pathetic-
that he's a mini bender now because it's always kill all humans.
You also have a nephritic screen. That's gotta help, right?
Yeah, probably.
Until he's out of oxygen, because it doesn't produce more oxygen.
You need an internal air tank.
Yo, they are the most underrated piece of cyberware in the entire game.
Yeah, they're
I
pretty
have
sick.
a gas mask. You can borrow that. It has an air supply for 1 hour.
It sure does. So Archon is going to try and tag the vehicle. You guys are going to hit it in transit, potentially trying to sneak a little man inside.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if we can confirm that it does have cabin access from the cargo area, then it would be definitely beneficial to get me in there.
Right.
The only thing that is possible, the only thing that you might run into a problem is because you won't know until you get inside. So if you sneak inside and it doesn't have what it is, then you're gonna have to try and sneak out of being inside.
No, I'll just hang out in there then, and do whatever.
Useless for a restaurant.
Well, I
No,
assume
'cause
that
I can-
on the inside of the door, there's probably like an emergency latch, so that if somebody were trapped inside, like most.
Yeah, he could
Lock
like
things?
open the big rolly doors or the slide open
Right.
doors
Right.
from inside the vehicle, but then he's climbing around the outside of a moving vehicle attempting to.
Sounds
Yes.
awesome. Let's
All
do
of these
that.
things
You
can
can just-
happen.
Throw the box outside and hope that whatever is inside survives.
It's like these medical supplies. Shake, 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 shake. They're not breakable, are they? Shake, shake, shake. Nah, Chuck.
I'm imagining the truck doing like 60 down the highway, and him just like kicking these boxes out the back door.
So
And then-
as a quick aside, one time I was on a run, and we used the physical barrier to make like a scoop at the back of a truck to catch stuff.
Yep,
Because physical barrier is the best spell in the game.
it
Does
really
it even
is.
work? But
Uh,
physical barriers don't move.
It was one of those rule of cool type situations, and you have the ability to move sustained spells. I think like they're force in meters or something like that per turn, something along those lines.
So not the speed of a car that's moving.
No, it depends upon how fast you're going, but sure.
Why are you ruining this?
I'm
Let
just
cool
really
things happen.
skeptical
Stop
See, this
being.
is
about
why
this physical barrier.
This is where I would be corrected, and he could be the token German.
This is true with his rules and following the way things are supposed to be. But dawn on Thursday comes with rosy smog-filled fingers, and Archon is waiting in line for a job for the day. Ascend, are you attempting to sneak inside with him?
Does it look like a thing that like we sneak in with Archon?
I'm sorry, my Skype broke up there for a second.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
What is it a thing where afterwards we could make Ascend invisible and then send him in, or would it be like way easier to just send him in with Archon?
It would
somehow?
be way easier to just send him in with Archon, but it is potential. Like you could make him invisible and use the concealment power, and he could like climb a fence or a building nearby and get up and over into the place.
Right.
Keep in mind, he's resisting the concealment power too, so
Yep.
I do
it
think
might
it's worth
not
pointing
even
out,
work at all.
if he is going to be concealed and come inside, he should stay away from me, just so we don't blow any cover or anything.
So
Oh, I forgot about that. That astral hazing, yo.
That also, I was thinking more a case of if they see him and he's hanging on near me, they might assume I'm with him.
do we give Archon a backpack?
Oh, I've got one.
Right.
Yeah, but we put a
And,
gnome in this one.
Yeah.
I could put him in my duffel bag. Oh no, I sold the duffel bag.
I have a duffel bag if you need one, but Ian, is that something that Ascend would do?
I mean, I can fold him in half if I have to.
See, if he weren't human.
You could get a papoose. Like, hey, Bradley, here, carry this bag for me all day. Don't ask
Actually,
questions.
you know what? Yeah,
Bradley, do me a favor. Thought we were friends.
he would do
What
it.
if Would it be that
He would
weird
do it
if
because in this case Archon he's just acting as a mule to deliver the useful member.
He's delivering you like so many drugs.
would it be super weird for Archon to like show up with a duffel bag and be like, "Oh, I need this for like I'm going to the gym later or something"?
It wouldn't be super weird. There have definitely been people that have then showed up with bags. They have had to like pop them open and check them, so you might want to throw some change of clothes or something on top of him in there.
Right. Okay.
I mean, personally, I think it's a bad idea to do that because I've turned up for the last 3 days on trot without one to then suddenly have one. Like, even if you just say someone going to the gym, it seems to me like it's a bit something he doesn't do. If you know what I mean.
Okay, then we go with the invisibility, and then you try and sneak in afterwards.
With the
Unless,
invisibility,
yes,
they might just resist completely.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't need to get him inside. This is kind of a bonus thing.
Right. I think we're good to go.
Okay. So, Archon, let me ask you real quick. How much edge do you have right now?
I have. I assume I've not been regaining it overnight.
Oh yeah, you have not had restful nights of sleep.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, I've got 2.
Okay, so I will give you the option of either spending an edge to be lucky and get on the corp job, or rolling forward as we have over the past couple of days. I'm going to be looking for 2 hits to get onto that job for today.
So essentially, I could roll, and then if I don't get enough edge anyway.
It is
Or-
a spend an edge or roll for it.
Okay. What do you guys think?
What are you
How much
rolling
edge
to
dice
hit
do
it?
you roll?
I
He's
roll
rolling
5.
5 dice. He's not likely to get it. I mean, he
Yeah.
sort of is, but
It's about average,
Yeah.
so probably not. So
I would just spend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just spend it outright.
Excellent.
He wants me to lose my edge.
How much
Edge
edge do you
tax.
have left?
He has one left.
now.
It's one of those situations of, let's see how lucky you are, and I'm giving you the option to directly influence your luck. So,
Yeah.
directly influencing your luck this time has got you onto the proper job, so you don't need to worry about trying to sneak away from working somewhere else to do what you want to do. But at the same time, it did cost you a non-exactly renewable resource.
Yeah.
Let me roll some dice real quick and see what happens on the thing. So Bradley will also be working the corp job with you today.
Good man.
He'll be fairly happy to assist you because you guys worked out a little bit of a rhythm. That being said, are you guys doing anything outside? Do you want to summon that spirit now and see how that goes? Do you want to try and invis and sneak over there?
I think
Well, I
we're
want to
doing-
summon the spirit as soon as possible, so I have maybe the chance to recover some stun damage. But
Sure.
I don't know. You want to go with the concealment plan or not? Because either concealment or confuse.
Which one will get has the most dice to have the better chance?
Concealment is magic.
The
times what?
the confusion is a power that it activates and it rolls dice to do. The concealment is just a passive negative to anybody who tries to use perception.
Okay.
Negative dice is pretty crazy good.
Yeah.
Concealment is just the magic of the spirit,
Mhm.
and confusion is magic plus willpower of the spirit.
But is a dice rolled, not a straight.
Right, and so with concealment, I'll just hang out with the spirit in there, is what we're saying.
So you're guaranteed 4 or potentially getting more than 4, but not likely.
Right. Just go with conceal, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
4 success is pretty decent.
Okay, I guess. So concealment it is.
What kind of spirit and what force would you like to summon?
Well, we agreed on the Earth Spirit for the potholes, so that's what I'm going with.
Let's hope you can do it.
My summoning skill is 10.
Are
That
you-
doesn't seem good.
What
Force 4.
Force 4?
Four.
And what flavor spell? What flavor spirit?
Earth.
Are you comfortable with 2 hits worth of success?
Not really. I mean, it rolls 8 dice through this, right?
It rolls 4 dice. If you were trying to bind it, it would
Oh.
roll 8.
Okay, then 2 is fine.
Okay.
That fucking shit game. That son of a bitch.
So that would be
Oh.
4 drain you are resisting.
Okay, then guess I'll try it again.
So it is 1 point of stun for you. You may
Yes.
try again, if you like.
Yeah,
Summoning.
I'll get 2 hits again.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
I didn't even really see that went through.
Huh. Are you sure you know how to do this?
Just
Maybe
give
you're
me
a
a
bit
second,
rusty
okay?
from being locked up all this time.
Yeah, maybe I am. Just give me a second. I'll have this.
There we go. Jesus.
Wow.
It ain't no thing.
You're getting the hang of this.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And it has concealment. It's option power. So
Find a brown here.
I'm just concentrating really hard and maybe waving my hands and slightly, and an earth spirit rises from the ground. It's the stereotypical earth spirit, like what someone would come up with who has little creativity regarding spirits.
I mean,
Needle
you had some
rock.
time that you got a little lazy about it, so that's why it looks like just a standard Earth Spirit.
A rock with legs and arms, and a little rock as a head.
I like the idea of him like looking around astrally and be like, "Ooh, you come here," and then this Earth Spirit's like, "Yeah, fuck you," and just kept walking. And then the next one comes over, "Ooh, you, no, fuck you. I don't know who you are."
Wait, how it works, but okay.
So you summoned a California raisin made out of rock.
Yes.
That's what's happened.
I don't know what those are, but okay.
Oh man. Somebody link him. I'll do it.
I'm already on it. You got a game to run. I got it.
I was thinking this guy from the Incredible Four. You know the one.
The thing.
The one that looks like an Earth spirit. Yes.
Yep, I got you. I'm gonna click on that link for our wonderful watchers at home.
No, that is not at all what I had in mind. But okay.
Well, that's what you did.
They're
Instead of
terrifying.
bear, it's a hat.
The legs and the arms are also supposed to be made of rock, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I
I said.
don't know.
All rock.
Oh
but
god,
That's
1986.
what it is.
Okay, moving on.
Yep. So you have you're gonna concealment on Gnome 1 and the spirit itself.
Yes.
Ascend, if you want to roll your sneaky sneaks. Okay, and that as well.
This plan is going perfectly.
Get 1 concealment dice. I guess.
Hey, -1 is still a negative.
Can you see me? I guess you're kind of blurry.
The spirit is just looking at you like sort of pissed. Like,
Hot damn.
well, why do I have to deal with this bullshit? Well, like, what the fuck, Steven? It's not how it's supposed to go down.
So you are pretty sneaky. Not exactly the most invisible of people.
I mean, I could try to also cast Invisibility on you, just see what happens.
It's a good thing you're short because it's pretty hard for them to see you. You are more than welcome to cast Invisibility upon him if you like.
Be like, I should.
Yeah, definitely.
Resisted most of that. My summoning and my spellcasting is also 10.
We like redundancies, but we also like to not have any synergy within our party.
Yes.
I like how you have the mage and the 2 guys with Arcane Arrestor and 1 guy with Astral Hazing.
Yeah, and the mage doesn't even have like a high magic skill, so.
It's like, what's that? You want to use magic? Not on us.
And I'm using this onyx shaped as a raven stone to cut the channel on him.
Sure.
And I guess I pointed towards him. And the drain for this is what? No, I'll cast this for 6 actually.
Oof.
So
I believe it's 4 stun as drain.
oh my god, that was a bad idea. I regret everything.
How do you keep getting 2s?
Oh my god, I got a
Consistency.
serious nosebleed right now. Okay, that's not good. Moving on.
That's only a 1 point dice penalty. Nothing can go horribly wrong with that.
I like the idea of acid, like, alright, time to stretch the old legs. Here we go. It hurts so bad.
Like,
Yep.
huh, how unfortunate.
It's like the spirits are punishing you for being in prison for so long.
They just missed you, but they didn't like really, really miss you, so they're just kind of
You left us.
yeah.
Bitter.
But yeah, so Archon, you're inside. Ascend, you're also inside, pretty handily. What are you guys doing in there?
So I am.
I'm avoiding him.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not sticking close to Archon, but I do want to, make my way to Dock C since I know that's where we're leaving from.
Before you sneak in, I would have handed you my mini welder and my area jammer.
Oh yeah, the
Awesome.
jammer was very important.
Yeah.
And basically, when I get over there, I want to also try and find the truck.
Sure. So you can roll
Then
perception
stand
or
by
whatever
to-
if
yeah.
whatever else you wish to roll. Interchange and acid. Are you guys hanging out here, or are you going to your positioning?
I think we should wait until we hear that like the truck is packed up and ready to go, and then we'll get into position.
So Lucky Star Noodles with you then down the street.
Yes.
Okay, you guys can go hang out and get some noodles.
Noodles.
Yeah.
You bastards.
You get a free soy paste with soy flavoring of choice meal for working.
It's better than my usual hepatitis needle. So
I mean, that's not a very good breakfast, but hey,
you wake up in a hotel. That's what you get
you get hepatitis needles, delicious.
in my hotel. Apparently,
He just eats his jazz for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
just gets super like high and hyper.
I'm just gonna sit next to you and hold my head.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are going to be off getting noodles. Archon, do you want to do anything goofy inside, or are you just going to go about your work day?
Sorry, I was blowing my nose. What did you say?
Do you want to do anything funny while you're inside, or do you want to just go about your day for now?
It'll just go about its day, keeping an eye out for the dock wagon van.
Sure. So you'll notice as you kind of get your day started that there is a... looks like there's 3 18-wheelers and 2 panel vans you're going to be loading.
Okay.
They are all sporting the dock wagon thing, and there's a boat. I tried to think of a fancy name for the boat, because it's not exactly a ship, but I am no mariner, so...
A schooner!
You're way too excited about that.
Right?
Have you not seen Mallrats? Come on.
It's a schooner!
Yeah.
A schooner is a boat, idiot. Sorry. So there are 3 18-wheelers, 2 panel trucks. A boat is kind of finishing up what it's doing because it's like, all right, here's all the shit off the boat. Now you got to get the shit from on the docks onto the truck to get it out of here. So are you just going about your lifting, or are you attempting to do anything shady?
As he's sort of picking the things up, he's kind of he's gonna try and palm a tag into it, like literally into his palm, and sort of place it on the bottom side of the crates that he's lifting.
Sure. If you want to give me 2 palming tests,
Yeah.
one for, because I assume you're not palming the 18-wheeler trucks because that's not the kind of van you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, I could, so we can then track them later, but I don't see the point. Like, I don't want to go to that much effort.
That's fair. I mean, it sounds like a lot of effort, but
Yeah. I'm just going to use these. So that's the first one.
okay, that's pretty good.
That was better.
That was better. So, as you are loading up, the first thing you're loading up is an 18-wheeler. That'll take you guys a little bit of time. The second thing you're going to load up is one of the panel vans. Ascend, with your 4 hits that you're allowed to keep on your visual perception, what are you looking for?
In this case, I'm just trying to see if there's a way to determine which truck is the one we were expecting. Which panel truck is the one we were expecting to try and go after.
Okay, and how are you going about investigating?
I guess I would have to try and get close enough, and I'll do an oral perception to try and listen to. I mean, are the drivers even around? Probably not.
So there is a guy or 2 that is sitting there kind of like clipboard, foremanning, kind of directing the traffic of the manual laborers.
Mm-hmm.
And give me an area knowledge roll as he names off some places to see whether or not you can identify whereabouts these things are going. It's like, all right, this one's going to the 3rd district and stuff. You know, very official sounding. 2. Yeah, you guys got a whole bunch of hits on your navigation test. So the first one is going to be going not to downtown. It is going to one of the other locations, and they are leaving fairly soon in the beginning of the day. So that's unfortunately going to eliminate my red herring. But alas, it's not meant to be super difficult tonight. So as Archon goes throughout the day, you will, towards the 4 o'clock hour, you guys will have had your lunch. You will be back into loading up, and then the last thing you have to load up for the day is the second panel truck. This is right around rush hour time, so it looks like this one is not going to be taking the highway.
Excellent.
All right. Is this one with cabin access?
Roll me your edge real quick, and we'll see if we're lucky enough to have that.
I think that's a small. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably 2.
Number. It is 2.
It's one thing that dwarves have over orcs is their sea meta type gets. Well, with a hit, yes, it does have a small sliding door that you can get in. It's not like open, but you can like slide a door opening and cross the threshold into the front or the back from the other side.
Okay. So then, just when the time comes when the last things are being loaded in. I gotta sneak in.
Yep. If you want to roll me that sneaking test, Archon, if you want to do anything, you are free to do what you will in this situation that may or may not.
Do I know where he is sneaking from and to?
You guys have a D&I call. He can totally let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, can I do something stupid like fall flat on my face over a box or something so people are distracted and looking at me while he's going away to give him a boost?
Would you like to roll some kind of con or performance, or if you have something else that you feel is appropriate?
Appropriate. I'm not sure if it's appropriate, but would I be able to roll gymnastics to sort of make it look like a legitimate planned fall? Or would that be more perform?
So if you wanted to do something in a total Mr. Bean, like, oh, kind of way, that would be, you could do that with gymnastics if you like.
Yeah, I'll do that. I can look like an idiot. I'm okay with that. Okay, so that is 13 dice. Let me just double check, make sure I don't have anything that increases it. I don't think I do anymore.
I mean, you have edge. Edge can increase it technically.
Yeah.
I mean, I only have one rank, so I can only get one die out of you.
Well, he's not doing it as an assist. He's doing it as a distraction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, look at me. There's no one in that direction.
Pay no attention to the gnome behind the curtain.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and throw a little flavor on your performance here, acting the fool.
Essentially, it's like he's going to pick something up, and then as he does, he's going to drop it, land on his foot, then he's going to do the classic pull up his knee, hopping up and down, going ow, ow, as he then slips on something on the floor and lands on his back.
Don't break your neck.
I'm just waiting for, he'll stand up, walk forward, and a rake will just hit him in the face.
It's like, why are there rakes everywhere?
And they're just not going.
This isn't medical equipment at all. This is just a bunch of rakes.
It's like, damn it! Why would they ship rakes? It's not even fall.
And with that, my slapstick is complete.
Wonderful. So yeah, let me just roll some dice here real quick. They're probably not going to stand a chance at all. Nope. All right. So Ascend, you are squarely in the back of the panel van. You can see that it is definitely a little bit more reinforced on the inside. On the outside of it, you guys are easily able to see that above the cab. You ever seen like the refrigerator trucks that have that big ventilation thing on there? It has one of those extra sections on it. I know Interchange has a bunch of, well, not a bunch, he has some automotive mechanics. Yep. This looks like it is a very simple thing to identify. It looks like a drone launching platform rack, however you want to call it. Like, okay. If things go bad, it will launch at least a singular rotodrone, potentially two, from that compartment.
Right. Is there something that I can figure out, like, if a drone of that size would be shut down by the rating 6 area jammer that I know that Ascend has?
The rigger we have on call would probably
decker.
know.
He's a decker, not a rigger.
I know he's a decker.
Yeah.
And he still might know.
So,
he might, but I might also know.
The noise would cancel out its wireless functionality, which means it would not have any incoming different commands. It would just go with whatever it was defaultly programmed with. Like if it was, say, it was running autosofts on itself, it would have access to that instead of an RCC.
Right. Well,
chances are, because you had a pretty good security tactics roll earlier, is that it might have preloaded some sort of identification for dock wagon employees, so as to not shoot them in the case of if it is launched, to just shoot.
Right. Okay.
So you guys, do you want to do anything else before the truck rolls out?
I will confirm to the party that we have cabin access. Now, what is it like? Would I be able to just open it, or is it locked down, or what?
It's like a little sliding door. There's no heavy, like, master lock and a deadbolt and a mag lock, and it's just kind of like it just lets you close it so that nothing in there just can like roll forward into the front area.
Yep, good.
And it is, well, not for you because you're a gnome, but for a person, opening the door is within arm's reach of the driver and passenger. So, like, if you were a person size, you could open that door and punch the dude in the thing. But as you're a gnome, you're actually going to have to climb through into the cabin of the truck, and then you can do punch-sizing.
Okay, that's very important information.
It might be a little rough. It might be a gymnastics roll to get through there quickly.
That's the plan.
Yep. So if you guys have nothing to do there, the truck will begin to trundle off into the early evening of Seattle.
Yeah, I would just get the car with the acid and just go out to the spot that I think would be most likely that it would go to, and I would get in contact with Data Blitzer and let him know that it's go time, and to keep me updated on which route the truck is taking so that we can adjust where we're driving.
Sure. Do you give him like the information off the stealth tag so that he can follow that, or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
And I also tell Ascend to be ready to turn on the area jammer on my go ahead.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Archon, you're going to be hard at work cleaning up the last of the dock. They will hand you a push broom and tell you to get to it, and have fun being a janitor.
Clean up all those rakes.
I'm getting paid. I'm happy either way.
He's like, you suckers, you did that for free. I got money.
Yeah, it's like you're doing a really hard job. I'm getting paid for just doing nothing all day.
Yep. So the truck will trundle off. Are you going just to your first ambush spot you had picked out, or one of the later ones?
I would want to go to whichever. So if they're going down a route where I know that one of my ambush spots is, like, if I have a closer one and then a further one, I'd rather go to the closer one first.
Okay. So what does this closer one look like?
The closer one is in kind of like a back road area that doesn't have a lot of visibility. It's in like a probably in between some warehouses that are mostly used or mostly just used for like storage that people don't really use too much. Probably a little bit run down.
It's probably pretty close to the docks, and maybe this is something that people from the docks will rent out when they don't have a quick transport on things. They'll be like, oh crap, we need warehouse space for the stuff we just got off of the boat.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll drop it off here and then. Okay.
Exactly.
So you're still pretty close to the docks when you're planning this. And what is your actual plan here? Are you crashing into the panel van? Are you remote controlling the motorcycle to death?
We don't bring the motorcycle.
Nobody's touching my motorcycle.
I ask Acid if she can have her spirit tear up the road, but make it look just like it's just desperately in need of repairs, basically.
Well, as soon as the truck, as soon as what's his face is in the truck and tells us that he's basically good, I'll have the spirit come back, since from the outside they can't look into the truck anyway, so there's no reason to conceal him anymore, and he's still invisible. And then I guess I'll have the spirit go and work over the road a little bit.
Okay, so if you want to roll, I guess just force times 2 for the spirit to see how well it can wreck up the road.
Force times 2.
Yep.
That's a lot of wrecks.
Ooh, boy. So he's like, I got this, like, no big deal. And unfortunately, the city of Seattle is going to have to pay to have a couple of potholes repaired. Because can't see it because you're a little far away, but just imagine like just you ever seen like
Earth
those
spirit,
the
Earth spirit is not an Earth spirit. He's a pothole spirit.
right? You know, like when you take giant steps in snow and it leaves the huge footprints. Imagine if he just started stomping across the street and leaving those giant sunken footprints of potholes there. So, yep, you have some pretty good potholes set up. That'll come into play later, I'm sure. You are down to 1 service on your spirit.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry?
Everyone just dropped from the call for a second.
Oh, that was everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was just me, yeah.
Okay. Everybody seems to be back.
Please.
Awesome.
Yep.
So you're down to 1 service on your spirit?
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
Okay, so the next part of it is that there's definitely going to be a place where we can park the car, and I can stand in a spot that can't really be seen from the angle that the truck's coming from.
Because you're small.
Because I'm small. And so I tell Acid, once they start slowing down for the potholes, can you have your spirit just like appear in front of them so they have to stop, right? And it'll appear out of nowhere because it's invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to walk up and, actually, first, let me talk to Ascend. And I ask Ascend, can you open it from the inside? Like, what do you think your chances are on the inside there with the 2 guys? Or with however many guys you have?
Shouldn't be a problem. Open the door, hop in, zap their faces.
Okay. Do you think that, would it be easy for him to open up the back door so that, like, maybe I could jump in the back?
So once the 2 guys are incapacitated, it's pretty easy for him to open up whatever door he wants. He can go back and open the door up. It is horizontal sideways opening doors, not big roll-up-y door.
Okay, so it opens
so
fast.
Fast and relatively quiet.
Yeah, so I think my plan here is once the spirit shows up, then I'm going to tell Ascend to just open the back door and I'll run out from behind it and jump in. Because hopefully they'll like break, because it's surprising.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then the 2 of us can take care of the guys inside.
I imagine the idea of the panel van just rocking back and forth as 2 like 3 foot tall guys have a giant dust cloud tussle inside is appealing to me.
I like it.
Okay,
Would,
so
having the spirit just show up be a service?
yeah, materialization is a service that, but it's one of those things that if you tell him to go beat those guys up, he will materialize as part of the go beat those guys up service. Where if you just want him to be like, yo, I need you to hang out here for like 3 minutes to kind of cause a distraction, he'll be like, all right, and then he'll show up and start watching his clock.
Mm-hmm.
And when that 3 minutes is up, he's gone.
Okay. So we wait for them to come, I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I'm just ready to do what I said.
Can you roll me a stealth check to see how well hidden you are?
Do I get any kind of bonus because we planned this out beforehand?
Sure, you can take 2 extra dice, as you like. It happens to be garbage day, and you can hide behind a trash can.
Yay!
It's like that verticality working out for you.
I am going to edge that.
Sure.
You want me to roll too? I'm just hanging out, like around the corner, like not looking at the van as it comes up.
So you're just like around the corner at a random of like one of the buildings, just chilling.
Yeah, just nearby, so I can step out when something happens.
You don't need a sneak check for you now. All right. All right then. So let me roll a quick. All right. So a couple of minutes will go by of you just kind of being nonchalant, hiding behind your trash can.
One real quick. I tell Ascend to when I know that the truck is on about to turn onto the road that I've set up this ambush. That's when I tell Ascend to turn on the area jammer.
Okay.
That's all. Just in case it matters.
Okay. So the car begins to come down your road, and here it comes. It's coming up to the thing. What are you telling your spirit to just materialize, or are you asking it to do something else?
I'm telling it to materialize in front of them, make sure that it stops, and just stay there. So make sure that the gnome gets in, and then it can go.
Sure.
So yeah, my idea with opening the door is I want it to be opening the door during the braking. So while there is
while they're slamming under brakes,
yeah, the truck is basically it's moving around more and it's making noise. So to really well hide.
All right. So your Earth Elemental begins to materialize, and what is that? So good news, they're not surprised, so they're not just going to crash into it like, holy shit.
Yay.
And they do a pretty good job of getting the vehicle under control. It's not exactly stopped, so if you want to roll your Earth Spirits... Sorry, what? You said it was Force 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, let me take a quick look at its appropriate attributes.
I have it up right now if you want to
Jesus. Yeah, if you want to roll 16 dice for its lift carry to kind of brace itself.
But it has the movement power.
You could roll your movement power of...
Or would that be a bad idea?
Of its magic plus willpower, which is
8.
Which is 8 dice for a threshold of 8.
It's 5.
Actually, if it could use its movement, no, you can't do that. No, never mind. You go ahead, keep going.
So it could attempt to use its movement power, or it could just lean forward and just kind of shoulder check to do that thing where big strong guys put their hands on it to just grind it to a halt, which would be 16 dice. Because that would be its lift carry.
Wow.
His Earth Elementals are awesome.
Yeah. They are super strong.
That is 2 hits again. So, I guess that's the theme of the session.
Do you have any edge to edge that?
I do.
Yeah.
That happened to me yesterday on a Force 12 punch spell. I was so upset.
Ooh.
Oh god. I've had some...
Oh! I'm just walk out the room right now.
He's like, I'm done. That's me. Pulled a Costanza. Yeah, no, that's bullshit. No, I'm sorry for you, but sort of. Good news, though. I only rolled 3 dice on my control vehicle. So you're in a tense situation of the car is still trying to go forward, but the spirit is kind of resisting it. There's a squealing of tires and a little bit of smoke coming up. Interchange, as I completely forget your name, if you want to roll your stealth, or if you don't care about stealth, you can just run across to the back door.
There's nobody around, right?
Not really.
I'll roll my stealth just because I can, and it can't hurt unless I critically glitch, which might happen. I didn't.
Hooray.
7 dice, 5 hits. Woo!
So, Ascend manages to pop open the door. You hear a slight bing coming from the driver's side, as when you open a door, the car goes bing, and it says gate open in your HUD. But now we have 2 gnomes on top of some boxes inside of the back of a panel van.
Interchange is just looking at the opening that we have to go through, and he's just looking at it intently, and like through DNI, he's like, "Go, go, go!"
Yeah, well, it's basically as soon as I get the door open and see Interchange actually approaching, I turn and go to open the door. And,
Awesome.
Just knowing he's coming up behind me, I'm not actually waiting for him to hit the truck in case they've got, something. Because I'm invisible anyway, so
Yep.
I will slam open the door.
Awesome. And at this point, we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah.
That means it's time for Commie.
I mean, if you took drugs in the back of their van, that'd be a slightly different situation.
My question is, like, this is going to depend on whether I take Commie or not. Did it look like that these guys were, like, really well trained, or just, like, normal security guard type people?
They look like they were a little bit better armed than normal security guard people. They had a sidearm and like an SMG. They had SWAT-ish looking helmets.
Okay.
It's Commie time.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to have to also take Commie before I started running towards the truck. Because it's scary.
You're like
So
two drooling
open the door.
gnomes coming out.
Open the door. Hit of Commie. Just turn and rage at the.
Yeah.
I like the idea of both of us are just like I jump in and I do one of those things where it's
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Just look at the hole and like gritting teeth and angry eyes.
Looking like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Both
Actually, it looks probably a lot like the drawing that I did, except in the back
Slightly
of the
more
truck.
crazed.
Yeah.
All right, well, whoever's first, I will let you guys decide because you're both PCs.
Probably you can go first.
I'm closer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
So, open the door, gymnastics in, and shock the. Which arm of yours is mech?
Right.
Okay, so I'll shock the passenger.
I thought it was your left arm.
Oh, in the drawing it is the left because I think I just never mirrored it back again, and I forgot.
Okay, so if it's the right, then I'm gonna hit the passenger.
Yep, you're a lefty.
Yeah, in the painting it is, but on my character sheet it's the right.
And so you say I need a gymnastics?
Yep, to climb through the door in a quick and easy fashion, rather than.
Let's see how that is not parkour, unless it is, but I would guess that it's not.
It's more
Sounds
of a
parkour.
more like 1 foot over the side, kind of hop off, like sort of off balance, climb over the console in the middle. Watch out to not, hit yourself on the stick
My favorite
shift.
part about this whole thing is how confusing it must be for the driver and the passenger.
To have 2 berserk gnomes pile out of the
Well,
back.
Spirit, and then also in the little slider door where you wouldn't imagine anything would come out, and then 2 people are going to try and come through it.
Am I right in thinking that the DNI call is still going, so I can hear them beating these guys up?
Yes.
So I'd like to think that I'm just like sitting there, just brushing the floor, whistling along while this is happening.
All right. Yep. No, you are a bouncy little murder ball.
Good God.
That is the best way to describe anyone ever.
All right, and he is going to attempt to fend you off. So you've got him by 2. So it's 13. Is there any AP on that, or is it just a punch?
AP6, yeah, it's shock gloves.
Uh,
Oh, I hit the wrong macro button.
See, this is why macros are the devil.
Well, I
So
mean,
you
it's all the
label
same
them
numbers. It just doesn't say the AP.
Okay. So
Days by face.
you have.
So it's 8 base damage, so 10.
Okay.
Stun.
So you have electrocuted a. Were you going after the passenger or the driver?
Passenger.
Okay. Sorry. Interchange. Give me that gymnastics
parkour.
to get through there.
Or it's not parkour, right?
Not parkour. No. For some reason, parkour while commied up, trying to get around another commied up gnome seems. So you're actually going to take a little bit of a penalty to your unarmed attack here, because there's another berserk gnome, just like a -2, just for giggles. But yeah, no. If you want to go ahead and roll your, what are you murderizing him with besides your fist? Is it just
a fist? Okay. Oh wait, do we care if we kill these guys? Probably not.
Oh, probably not. I should have just used my claws.
Yeah, we're just gonna use spurs. Would this be charging? This is not charging, right?
If it was like a straight line, it sure would have been charging, but in this situation, you have to like.
So what's the penalty?
Just like a -2.
A -2, okay.
4 hits.
And I have 1 reach.
Okay, so I'll give him. So you also have him by 2.
Punching.
So 13. -6 is a number. Excellent.
Excellent.
The dock wagon guys.
13, so 7. Stun.
Sorry, I just saw that pop up in the Skype chat. As Skype decides to mute itself, thank you, Skype. Dock wagon guy is gonna simple action ready his weapon, and I believe it's -2 to shoot into melee.
Something like that.
Sounds good enough for me. No, you know what? He's gonna try and just straight up stab you.
Which one?
Passenger first.
So that's on me?
I thought you got the driver.
Oh. Okay, yeah, okay.
But are they both still up? It took 10 stem.
No. They soaked a lot of it.
I soaked 6 and 8 on my 2 soak rolls.
Wow, you guys suck.
You're just used to a super cyber troll.
Gonna edge that. That was. Oh, give me a break. I guess that works.
It basically works. He tries to like.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Did you give him a minus for me being invisible?
No, because from the way I am kind of thinking of this, you are basically standing on him and punching him in the face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like I feel
I guess
two.
He more or less knows where I am.
I can feel 2 indentations on my thighs and somebody holding my shoulder as I'm being punched in the face.
There's a child punching me in the face. Invisible.
Something small and angry is in here. The fuck is this? He has one of those tasers and he's trying to like jab you with the taser, so the darts just kind of like directly contact you. I don't remember which of the tasers it is out of the book that does that. Meanwhile,
you cut out.
Sky.
Am I still cut out?
Nope, you're good now.
Oh, okay. So if you want to roll, whatever your spirit's defense test is, which is 7, as he is attempting to drive the car away from the spirit.
Is there any way that the spirit could instead just like try and hold it there?
That is basically what the defense test is doing. Like, it's one of those things where he's gonna, turn the wheel 60 degrees and slam the gas so that it tries to go off on a way to throw the spirit off balance. And this is the spirit reacting in time to keep it in place. So if it's
Gotcha.
acid, if you want to roll 7 dice.
Tricks.
Oh, I'm supposed to roll these 7 dice.
It is your
Yes.
spirit.
I did not realize that. Sorry.
It's fine. Oh yeah, no, your spirit's
Wow.
got this on lock.
He's the best.
What would you like to do as it comes down to Acid's turn?
I'm gonna take some jazz, because that's fun and educational. And just 2d6 initiative.
Alright, so simple action, take some jazz.
Yes. And then I do a re-roll 2d6, right?
Yep, you roll the bonus you get from jazz at the end of the combat turn. The jazz will kick in.
Hey, they're doing drugs. I want to do drugs.
It is so not worth it. Okay.
Not worth it for this turn. Maybe for next turn.
Maybe for next turn. And then I will just walk towards where I can see.
Sure. Are you
Are
trying to do it in a sneaky or keeping cover
There's
fashion?
a spirit on the road taking a vehicle. I'm not gonna try to be sneaky. What the fuck?
I'm just making sure that we got all of our bases covered here.
Yeah.
All right, let me take a quick second to knock all of these down.
For a reference, I'm not wearing the fake mage cuffs. Because fuck mage cuffs.
You're not a shackle to the society. Team Gnomes, you are up for whatever it is you want to do in whichever order.
All right.
Go ahead, Ian.
I'm going to.
I love that we rolled the same thing for initiative too.
Yeah,
great.
it's pretty fitting.
It does make it way more fun. All right, I gotta look up
Sure, while you're looking that up,
Yeah,
Interchange, what do you want to...
I'm gonna punch the guy again.
Oh, poor guy. You're punching the
Yeah.
driver, remember.
I am punching the driver because I'm trying to get him to stop doing things.
Okay.
Stop it!
Stop drivering. Are you comfortable
Wow.
with that level of success?
I have one edge left.
Yeah, it would suck to waste it, wouldn't it?
It would suck to waste it, and I might need it, but no, we're gonna use it. We're gonna edge this. So that's
10 minutes of jazz may be a benefit in this situation.
Yeah.
Whew.
and the accuracy is actually higher because I took Commie.
See, you would have needed it.
Thank God. So I got 2 hits.
So that is more than enough to, quick math here, to knock this guy out. His helmet does that thing where you kind of punch him in the face and it spins around 360 degrees on his head as the chin snap straps off and he begins to go limp in your, underneath your minuscule weight.
I think I'm just like panting on top of him and look over at the passenger.
The face mask for the thing that he was wearing is all fogged up now from the heat of your breath.
Nice.
Ascend, you had a thing you were looking up?
Yep, and it didn't apply, so I'm going to extend my claws and get him.
Oh, poor guy.
It's like they have badgers inside of their cabin here.
Combat badgers.
Cyber badgers. One of them's invisible.
Man, that's so much accuracy. AP3? So you had 13, right? 7, 4, 13, 9. Man, alright, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna need to get some tougher bad guys, I think.
But did you take both out?
What? These are just, they're
These
just
are
driving a truck.
Poor security guards with their 20 soak dice and 9 defense dice. They're gonna need some more, as they have. But yeah, no, you are gonna punch this guy pretty severely, and he is also gonna kind of limp up under your body. I imagine you continue punching him a couple more times because he happens to be human.
Oh yes.
And you happen to be on Commie.
Yeah. I can only imagine it is.
So basically, I'm using my claws to attack. So I like dig down like right by the collarbone where there's kind of an opening, and that's the killing blow. And then I see through his SWAT mask that he's human, and I rip the helmet off and just remove his face.
I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Well, while this is happening, I sit down in the driver's seat, and I start attempting to drive this thing.
Wait for me to get in before you drive off.
So,
Yeah. So over D and I'm like,
Somebody's
get
gotta
in,
take
get
the
in, get in.
car. He needs to take the
Oh
car.
yeah, get in the car.
I use all of my extra initiative to get in the car.
sure. What are you doing with the men's?
I'm just
Nobody in the
leaving them.
back.
I was planning on just leaving them because we're small, so.
You're just gonna sit on the lap of the dead man and try to
Yeah.
drive the car Weekend at Bernie style?
Yeah, totally.
Should I
Can you
get
reach
down and
the
actuate the pedals?
Yes, please.
Oh,
do
God.
this.
Okay. That's what I'll do.
I love the terrible idea that this is. Acid.
So I put one foot on your right shoulder and one on your left, and then like that's supposed to correlate to the brake in the gas that you would be using for your hands, right?
You have DNI. That might actually be faster than pushing him.
However it works.
Acid, you see them they kind of like kick open the door, shove the dead guy out, and you see them.
No, we leave him in the car, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. Do you want to get in the car?
Yeah, sure. I want to get in the car.
Do you
Where I'm
want to? I'm just, it's one of those things. The door opens and you see them kind of setting up to try and drive the car as a teamwork test here. What I know, I would have second thoughts about getting in that car.
No, he's
I'm
getting
gonna-
in the Rabbit. Is my understanding, right?
No, I'm your car in case you need me.
Yeah.
Not the rabbit.
That is the Rabbit.
No,
We told
the
you to-
van. that
We're
you're
telling
in
you to
right
get
now.
into the rabbit and get it out of there.
Oh.
Because we got this.
I'd rather
drive
not
off
leave my
without me?
car
What the
next
fuck?
to the my stolen car next to the crime scene.
I mean, that's your problem.
I mean, I remember.
Yeah, I mean, we can't control what you do, so you can just jump in the car if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in the van.
Okay.
Because that's where
Okay.
the fun is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Awesome.
spend all night next to you.
Your car has
Just
autopilot. You can
Yeah.
tell it to leave somewhere.
Oh, good point. Good point.
But we're all in on this insane plan here. So if you guys want to, so what we're gonna do is you each gonna roll a pilot groundcraft test, and then we're
Okay.
gonna average the number of hits that you get,
All right.
because it's one thing to yell at the guy underneath of you, left, and then him to actually kind of respond in time. So
And I
Right.
roll an assist if I'm also yelling.
you could try rolling something. I don't know how much it's gonna help, because it's like, which one are you yelling at?
The one who can't see.
Oh God.
I kind of like to think that while Interchange
Oh my
is yelling
God, Ethan.
left, the Ascend just immediately responds with right, and then it's like no, left, right, and this is a lot of confusion goes on.
This is why nautical people have port and starboard.
Yeah.
So Ascend, if you want to roll me a pilot groundcraft, we'll see how well you guys do in getting out of here.
This is gonna be awesome.
It's
So
gonna
happy.
be something.
I'm gonna use my time to pull out the guy from underneath them, so I can get in the seat if I have to.
Okay. It's
Ooh.
all right. So with 3 hits between the two of you, maybe
bet
Ascend just kind of remembers the area a little bit better or something, where he knows that there's a stoplight and we're going to be turning left and that kind of stuff. But
Maybe we've done this a lot.
I don't know, but it's something. So as you guys begin to drive away, you'll get a call from your deckers like, Uh-oh, guys, I think something's happening. The car's beginning to drive really erratically.
No, it's working fine.
Can you jam the car, GPS, whatever that you can use?
Well, he would be opted out of the jamming. So
Yeah, he would be up. That was one of those things that you could totally set up because it's a jammer on wireless. It's like, you guys want me to brick the GPS on the car?
Sure, if you can do that.
It's like, all right, I got this, and you actually hear that sound clip of like the hands slapping together and.
Don't brick anything useful.
Gotcha. Brick everything useful.
No.
And then we will kind of fast forward. Like, you'll hear some sparks and smell some smoke coming out of the air conditioner of the van, and you guys will be able to drive off pretty much into the night. Call up Dr. Giggles, and he will be... Well, unless there's something you guys want to do first. Let me ask you that.
No, call up Dr. Giggles is fine by me. I mean, I kind of want to... One of the guys is definitely dead, and I want to bring that to the 162s.
Sure.
At some point.
You can just kind of dump him off there as a Meals on Wheels.
Sure.
Yeah. Loot them for all their worth, including cyberware and organs. I mean, the ghouls can get the organs, but the rest is first.
Yeah, you can get your 200 million for your last days of honest work working for a corp. You're part of the problem, I'll have you know. Corporate supporters.
It's true.
So Dr. Giggles will be very happy to see you guys. He'll be wearing a kind of like a nurse's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll have a little bit of a clipboard, and it's like, all right, throw open the back doors and begin rooting through the boxes. Come out a couple of minutes later, like, you guys did very well for yourselves. I
find out the gnomes are covered in blood from standing and squishing a corpse while driving a car.
Totally.
He seems unfazed by this, for whatever good or ill that may infer to you. I am pleased that you have completed your task in a very simple and apparently without causing a lot of damage. Do
you want the truck?
I tell you what, after I get everything unloaded, I'll let you know what I decide to do with it. I will need to borrow your jammer for the time being, since that is currently here, and I will return that to you sometime in the near future. But thank you very much, and I look forward to doing further business with you. And he'll, go to shake your hands.
Yeah, the next one's paying though, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Give you a winning smile. Kind of.
I think I'm still hopped up on Commie a little bit because it lasted for 50 minutes. I don't know how long it took us to get here, but
not terribly long.
Okay, yeah. So I shake his hand.
Just in time for me to feel really bad coming after Jess.
Yeah, it's like, and that wonderful crash that I love so much.
I shake his hand quite vigorously with my strength 5. Ugh.
Yep, you're all commied up. It's great. So yeah, no, that will wrap us up for this evening. I will talk to you guys about the potential loot options from a couple of Dock Wagon folks and the things that they had after I kind of think about what they may have had on them.
Sounds good.
It's not going to be anything super crazy, but now we're into Shadowrunning proper, and we'll see how this goes. So, thank you folks in the stream for coming out. I always impressed when people come out here to see us, and it's thankful that you guys do show up. And all this stuff will be up on YouTube over the next couple of days.